And we need to talk about this. We need to talk about Biden. We need to talk about the scammer in chief. Scammer in chief. How would you summarize Joe Biden in one word? We have this. Biden paid Reuters $300 million for targeting Elon's companies. What is this about? Why did they target Elon's companies? Again, I'm going to tell you, it's a very, very easy reason why this happens. Is because Elon makes the government look bad. I mean, any government. Elon makes any government look bad. Because, well, the guy is a massive cost cutter. That is one thing. He's obsessed with being effective at go to market, that give people what they want. They really want. Sometimes people don't know what they want, but he knows what people want. And he has done and disrupted so many industries, like the space industry, and is making NASA look bad. He's making all these other companies, all these car manufacturers look bad with Tesla. And the government doesn't like that. The government doesn't like that. Oh, we're looking bad because this guy is so good at everything that he does. We need to smear him in some way or another. We need to smear him in any way or another. But paying $300 million, that is taxpayer money. That comes from somewhere. That comes from your pocket, my lovely American friends, from your pocket. Government contracts to Reuters while 11 federal agencies investigated Elon's businesses, Tesla, SpaceX, and of course, X. During this time, Reuters received millions from these agencies and won a Pulitzer Prize for reporting on misconduct at Elon's companies. Where did that go? Where did that go? Nowhere. This means that taxpayer dollars funded media attacks on Elon. It's a coordinated effort to undermine one of America's most innovative leaders. Elon keeps building. They keep scheming. We're talking about creation. And yes, Elon is, top-notch creator in this case. And we have the numbers provided by Mike Benz. If you haven't followed Mike Benz on X, I strongly encourage you. And of course, follow me as well. You can find the link in the description of this video. But it's not only Reuters, it's also Politico. I'm sure millions in federal contracts to prop up profit losses for this media group doesn't sway coverage at all. When did this start? Under Biden. There's this huge scheme that is about to explode in all these media companies that want to make it seem like they are fact checkers, that they are fair, that they make sure to see both sides of every story. Did they try to, bring all this information to the people to combat misinformation? But how can you combat misinformation when there is a huge conflict of interest on where you get your fundings from? And your fundings come from the government that you should be investigating. And of course, it's like the dynamics of Big Pharma with these media companies as well. If Big Pharma is their main client, if Big Pharma spends, if the budget of these media companies, 70% of this budget is paid for Big Pharma, for the drug industry, then, not the drug cartels, but you know what I mean about that, what I mean by that, then how are they going to truly investigate Big Pharma? They won't. If Biden spends $300 million to the tune of $300 million on these people, how can they are going to truly investigate the government? They won't. Then we come on X or Rumble And sometimes on YouTube, because you know that you can do things right on YouTube. I have been doing things right on YouTube, even if YouTube doesn't like conservative channels. I think that I have thrived. You have seen that my numbers have improved, even if I'm consider myself a conservative. I am not a lukewarm centrist. You know how it is. This is not the time. It would be great that this was the 80s, and you can call yourself a centrist. Oh, I'm just a centrist. I'm not one or the other. Good for you. This is not the time for that. Either you are one of us or you are against us. It's that simple. It's that simple. We can, of course, have a nuanced approach to many topics, but you know that the Democrats and libtards are not going to be lukewarm at all. So you get the idea. You get the idea of this. We find back, and they say that on X, now it has become this conservative nucleus, this source, that it's unbearable. So they have flocked to pedo sky or blue sky. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the problem with these people that cannot tolerate any sort of criticism. And of course, it's not only that they pay Reuters to smear Elon Musk, that they pay Reuters so Reuters doesn't speak ill of Biden's government. That is important as well. They just look the other way when something happens. All that is connected, and all that is the reason why these platforms have destroyed their own credibility. They have only themselves to blame, and that is the beautiful thing. Nobody has been forced to do anything here. They have done this to themselves. It's that easy. Oh yeah, we accepted this money. We accepted not criticizing the government. We thought that this government was going to continue with a second term, maybe with Biden, maybe with Kamala. We're going to help prop up Kamala with this 2.5 billion or whatever was the number. I really don't care how much money they spend on that. But we're going to be talking about Kamala as well. But it all boils down to envy. The envy that Elon Musk is doing and building and making sure to create something that we can actually use. We can actually use. You said it well, Becky. Venezuelans can't be tibios. We cannot be lukewarm. We know it very well. Oh yeah, maybe we can form a government of all Venezuelans together. No. Socialists should be ostracized. Socialists should be marginalized. Socialists and communists should be, let's say, bullied into obscurity. Sent to the corner. It's that simple. It's that we can live together, but we need to bully them into they realizing that they don't have original ideas, that they don't have viable ideas, that they don't have common sense, that they cannot rule a country without tearing it down to pieces. And don't get me started with Justin Trudeau. Don't get me started with Justin Trudeau. And that is going to be enough talking about Biden for today. I still want to know what do you think about this? What do you think about this? All this stuff that we are seeing, and we're about to talk about Speaker Johnson as well. Speaker Johnson as well. But I want to know what do you think about this in the chat.